Hello, what is up? How are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be ranking all of the NFL stadiums from worst to best. And in worst, I think we all have seen this one coming. FedEx Field. Why? Just look at this article. FedEx Field has had a number of problems, including transportation, high prices, sewage water falling on the stands. That is absolutely disgusting. Oh yeah, and remember this. Look, there's no way around this FedEx Field. It's awful. It's literally falling apart. And I saw this live. The the railing fell off, and the Philadelphia Eagles fans fell and landed at the feet of Jalen Hurts. It's disgusting. Pipe burst in 2021. No question. They need a new stadium. They're still trying to figure it out. I think they've they've been looking around. They bought land in Virginia, then there were problems with it. It didn't fit enough people, and then they're doing a new one, and I don't know, it's a big mess. But as of now, it's disgusting. They need to find a new stadium. They are number 30. Next up at number 29, we have TIAA Bank Field. Now, the stadium isn't terrible. Obviously, none of these stadiums are going to be terrible and disgusting, except for maybe FedEx Field. This isn't a disgusting or gross stadium. It's just kind of bland. It's like really similar to other stadiums. The only cool thing really is this infinity pool, which I find really intriguing. But besides that, you know, it's it's just bland. It's just like a bunch of other stadiums. Just got the normal seating arrangements, the upper deck. It's kind of cool that it's downtown, but it just doesn't do it for me. TIAA Bank Field is what it's actually called. At 29, let's go to the next one. Next up at 28, we have MetLife Stadium. This stadium is okay looking, but I don't know, just like the other one, it's kind of bland. Two teams play here. It's also not even in New York, it's in New Jersey, so that takes away from some of the like hype and stuff. So, yeah, I guess it's down at 28. Not very good. Look, nothing interesting. If you look at all these pictures, there's not even an infinity pool or anything. It's big. It's kind of big, I guess. Like, look at that. It's like a whole dome. Kind of reminds me of the Rose Bowl. Look at that. Yeah, it's a decent looking stadium. It just is too similar to other stadiums. MetLife Stadium at number 28. Okay, next up at 27, we have Nissan Stadium, the home of the Titans. Now, this stadium, I mean, look at that. That's a good view, but just overall, I don't like the orange. It's really odd. It's a smaller stadium, too. I mean, I would go here to see a game, but it's like, it's nothing special. Nissan Stadium at 27. Next up, we have the home of the Browns, First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's a solid stadium. At this point, we're at 25. Yeah, 25, I think. I don't know. I'll check in a minute. But yeah, Cleveland, Ohio, they've got good fans. They have great fans. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. It's okay looking. It's very mediocre. First Energy Stadium at 25, maybe 26. I can't even remember. Next up at 26, we have Raymond James Stadium, home of the Buccaneers. Now listen, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. People might not agree with this. The pirate ship is really cool. That's my favorite part. But besides that, just it's pretty bland. Just red seats. I don't know. They don't have a crazy amount of fans. They don't have die-hard fans really. I mean, they have some. It's not huge. It's not a huge city. I don't know. Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium at 26. Raymond James. If you disagree with this, make your own list. Don't go and give me hate comments. Make your own list and DM me that, and I will look at that and I'll give you my opinions on that. But right now, Raymond James Stadium is not doing it for me at 26. Next up, we have the home of the Bengals, Paycor Stadium at number 25. And just like a lot of the other stadiums, it's pretty bland. It's normal looking. They're not. None of these stadiums are going to be terrible because Each of these franchises have billions of dollars to use, so none of the stadiums are going to be terrible. But just look, it's just a normal round stadium. It's cool, I guess. I would go here, but it's just not doing it for me. Cincinnati Bengals, 24, I think. Man, I hate doing this, but this is not my favorite stadium. Hard Rock Stadium. It's cool looking. It's cool looking on the outside. On the inside, is that really that cool? I mean, the roof's kind of cool, but besides that, kind of bland. I like it though. It's a decent looking stadium. That's why I got number 24. That's not terrible. Hard Rock Stadium and number 24. Next up, Highmark Stadium, the home of the Buffalo Bills. Look at this stadium. They need an upgrade. It is kind of iconic because of, how old it is and how I'm going to say iconic again. How iconic it is. But what really makes this stadium better than the other stadiums on this list is their fans. The fans make this stadium incredible. But the fans do deserve a better stadium, in my opinion. So that's why they're getting a new one in the coming future. I think it's 2026. So that's coming up. So on this list soon, in a couple of years, you will see a new Bill Stadium. At number 21, we have Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Look at this stadium. Kind of bland. But what makes this stadium better than some of the recent ones? Look at that view! Woo, look at those skyscrapers. Wowzer. That's what would make this all the better of a stadium. It's kind of what makes Acrisure Stadium such a great stadium as well, because of the skyscrapers in the background. It just adds to the whole experience. Bank of America Stadium, 21. Next up, San Francisco Nation. You can come hate on me all you want, but Levi Stadium is only number 20. Some people I've seen put this into top 10. I just don't agree with that. I mean, this helicopter is pretty cool, but that's not the stadium. Look at this. Okay, it's a decent stadium. It's a solid, nice looking, updated stadium. That's why it's at 20. That's not terrible. It's almost in the top 50%. I like this little booth area up there. That's pretty cool. But I don't know. I think they need a new stadium, but not yet. Maybe in like 10 years or so, 49ers will get a new stadium. It's a little old. That's it. Next up at number 19, we have Gillette Stadium, which is a nice stadium. It is a very good looking stadium. And it's almost in the top 50% of these stadiums. So, yeah, Gillette Stadium and number 19, very beautiful stadium. I really love this little observation deck there too. That's really cool. And it's just a nice, clean looking, smooth stadium. I really like it. Next up at number 18, we have Soldier Field. Just look at this. Really nice looking stadium in Chicago. Though, here's another problem. Chicago's population is declining really fast. It's not a pretty state. It's not a pretty city. It's very rough, gross, kind of. But here's what makes the difference. Look at that. It overlooks the river. I think that's a river. I don't know. Maybe it's a lake. I don't know. I didn't do much research. I should have probably. Soldier Field at number 18. Great looking stadium. At number 17, we have Ford Field, which is in Detroit, Michigan. It's a cool looking stadium. I really like it. They have the roof. I think it's a retractable roof as well. It's really cool. It's nice. You can oversee the city. It's really cool. And I do like this entrance here. That's really interesting. All the glass and the bricks. It's different. It's unique. I do like this stadium. That's why Ford Field is at number 17. Next up at 16, we have the home of the Baltimore Ravens, M&T Bank Stadium. Very cool stadium. Like, look at this. Very nice. Also did the bricks like Detroit. I really like it. It's a cool stadium. They have good fans. Yeah, I like it. Solid stadium. Number 15, we have NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Nice looking stadium. This is where the stadium started to get really good. We're almost halfway through. Jeez, look at this. Imagine seeing that at nighttime. Amazing. Great looking stadium. It's a little smaller though, I think. I don't even know. NRG Stadium is at 15, halfway there. Next up at 14, we have Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Love this stadium. I went to see a game there this past season against the Bengals, and it isn't just the stadium that makes it so incredible, it's the fans, bro. When they started playing Renegade, it went crazy. It was a blast. Like, I didn't want it to end. I am a little mad they changed the name from Heinz Field. That probably knocked it down on the list quite a little bit. People hated that. I hated it. But it's still incredible. Wonderful stadium. Number 14. Next up at number 13, we have Empower Field at Mile High in the Mile High city of Denver, not Denver Bronco. But look at this. They're getting some renovations, as you can see. Look at it. Woo, it's wavy and nice looking. Ooh, I get chills. Beautiful stadium. Wonderful. Masterpiece. I love the horse statue up there too. Wonderful stadium at number 13. Next up, at number 12, we have Caesars Superdome. This is just incredible. It's magnificent. Wow. And just so unique, like no one else did this, really. In the NFL at least. The Superdome, that's insane looking. Caesars, picture of Caesar on the top. Very cool, interesting stadium. Caesar Superdome at number 12, unique and wonderful. Now we get into the elite stadium. The elite stadiums here at number 11, we have Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Philadelphia Eagles. Really do like this stadium. Obviously, I'm a Steelers fan, so I don't love the Eagles, but I do have to hand it to them. The stadium is very, very nice looking. It's huge, and it's just cool. Like, look at that. The green on the outside's really cool as well. The lights. Very cool stadium. They have great fans as well. There you go. Lincoln Financial Field at number 11. Now, at number 10, we get into the top 10. And this is where the crazy, amazing stadiums come in. We have Jihad Field at Arrowhead Stadium. I don't know why they named it Jihad Field. Should have stayed at Arrowhead Stadium. That's more iconic. I don't know, maybe it was offensive to the Native Americans or something. I don't know. But Jihad Field at Arrowhead Stadium is here. And I just love the stadium. Look at this little swoop down there. It's a huge stadium. Chiefs Nation is crazy. Great fans. Yeah, it's a nice stadium. Very cool looking, very iconic, great stadiums. One of those stadiums that I would die to go to. I would love to go to Arrowhead Stadium. Just looks like a whole crazy good experience. At number 9, we have State Farm Stadium, the home of the Arizona Cardinals in Glendale, Arizona. Yeah, it's a cool stadium. Very interesting. They have, I forget what it's called, just like a pit in the front of it. Oh yeah, the red zone. Look at that. I would love to be there. That would be awesome. It's a cool indoor stadium. I love the design of it on the outside. Kind of a dome, but not really. Yeah, it's a nice stadium. At number 9, we have State Farm Stadium. And number 8, we have Lucas Oil Stadium, the home of the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the only problem I see with this stadium is the fans. Okay, no hate, Indianapolis Colts, but you don't have that many fans. When the Steelers played there this past season, it was like 75% Steelers fans in the crowd. So if the Colts had a crazy fan base, which if they win a Super Bowl or something in the future, I'm sure the fan base will grow crazy because the NFL is full of bandwagoners. But Lucas Oil Stadium, still a great stadium. If they had a lot of fans, it would be 10 times better. But it's still a masterpiece, work of art, Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. This is what I call a unique, incredible stadium. And number 7, Lumen Field. This is how you make a stadium, to anyone wondering out there. Look at these arches up at the top. Amazing. Something cool for the fan experience. The Eagle's Nest over there is very cool, very unique. And then through the Eagle's Nest, you can look out and see the city of Seattle. That's a wonderful, wonderful stadium. I love this stadium, Lumen Field, at number 7. Number 6, we have an incredible stadium, another incredible stadium. All of these are going to be magnificent stadiums. Atlanta Falcons, Mercedes-Benz. Look at this. It looks like a flower, kind of. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but at the top, it's like a flower, kind of. Wow. And look at the outside, the glass, the geometrical shapes, very cool looking. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You can see out through the top. Woo! I love this stadium. Magnificent. And now we have the newest stadium of the NFL. Allegiant Stadium, which I believe was made in 2021, right? So only 2 years ago, the stadium was completed. Last year, Raiders played here. Pro Bowl was hosted here. Look how cool this is. I'm so glad that they made this so awesomely because they just rebranded, moved from Oakland to Las Vegas, and woo, they brought the fans with them for sure. Look how magnificent this stadium is. Got the black the whole way around, and they light the torch up there. That's really cool, and you can see out through the glass. Great stadium here at number 5. At number 4, we have the second newest stadium in the NFL, SoFi Stadium. I think it's the biggest stadium in the NFL, I believe. Whew, and it's cool looking. And number 4, it looks over onto the lake as well, and then just swoosh over the top. And the inside, huge. The scoreboard's really cool looking. You can see through the glass in the top. It's just outside of LA, and look at it during the nighttime. Really, really cool. I was very impressed when they announced this stadium that it was complete, and it's really cool. It's in Inglewood, California. Awesome stadium. And we are almost there, and we have an awesome one here at number 3. US Bank Stadium, the home of the Minnesota Vikings. Awesome stadium. Look at this. So unique and interesting. The inside's awesome as well. It's huge. And just look at that. The Vikings logo there inside of Minnesota. Wow, the glass. Very cool stadium. Definitely on my bucket list to do at some point in my life. There you have it, US Bank Stadium, number 3, and we're going into the top 2 now. Wow, at number 2, the most iconic stadium in the NFL, I'm pretty sure. Lambeau Field. It's just a big bowl, but the fans are crazy, the cheeseheads. It's really iconic in a small town of Green Bay. You would think it would be in a downtown area, but despite being in a city with barely any people and far away from like any big cities or Milwaukee, like you would think it would be like the Milwaukee Packers. Nope. They put it in Green Bay, and fans still pack it out, sell it out every single game. That's really impressive. Green Bay Packers, Lambeau Field at number 2. At number 1, I'm sure you already guessed this. It's AT&T Stadium, the home boys, Dallas Cowboys. Look at this. It's huge. It's huge. And the outside's wonderful. Just a really cool stadium. The roof is retractable. Wonderful scoreboard. But that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.